Právě teď přichází pořádná solidní dávka inspirace znovu z Dánska, vracíme se na sever a přichází vám něco povědět a nám, já si to taky poslechnu, generální ředitel CEO Naturli samozřejmě a je také zároveň předseda Dánské asociace podnikatelů v rostlinné výrobě. Pán se jmenuje Henrik Lund a já ho vítám na stage. Henrik, stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Is it working? Okay, it's not working? I can shout very loud. Maybe I'll turn it off. Okay, I'm very, very glad to be in Prague on this lovely Monday. The sun is shining and actually, I have to ignore my voice. And actually it's a day of celebration. You know, how's the mood for a Monday? Normally after the weekend, but today is a day of celebration. And you know why? Because my good colleagues at Orkla Foods Czech, they are today launching two new items from Naturli in Czech Republic. So if anybody of you, have you heard about the hypermarket chain called Globus? Well, from today on, you can go visit Globus and you can try the Naturli pizzas. Naturli pizza, deep frozen pizza. Just throw them in the oven and you are straight into Italy. We have the Capricciosa and the Mexicana launched in Globus today. So I know where I'll get my dinner tonight. I'll go to Globus, I'll find an oven somewhere in Prague and eat a lot of pizza from Naturli. Okay, that was just not what this talk was about. I'm very pleased to be here. Naturli is a very old company. We were founded in 1988. 1988. I was 16 years old when Naturli was founded, and back then we only supplied products, milk alternatives for sick people. You know, when your belly is, cow milk is not good for my stomach, I can't have lactose and milk protein. And back then, at least in Denmark, that was considered being sick, because if you can't have cow milk, there must be something wrong with you. So for the first many years, we only had 7 milk alternative products. They were sold in the department for vitamins, at the bottom shelf, all dusty and stuff. And when you went in as a consumer, it was nearly like you needed to show a recipe from the doctor. And we get you to the cashier's list, they would say, oh, you're buying this, I hope you feel better tomorrow. That has all changed. We changed it ourselves in 2017. You know, we went from communicating in the doctor's prescription magazine to turn the plate 20 degrees. We wanted to take Naturli somewhere else. We wanted to make it trendy, hip, something that everybody in society will crave for, eating plant-based, drinking plant-based. So it should not be something where you felt sick. It should be a celebration of life, eating climate-friendly plant-based products of the future. So we changed that, and how do you change things when everybody thinks that the standard is cow milk? Well, the best way to predict the future is to invent it yourself. So now I want to show you a little bit movie about who Naturli are.
Some say that the only constant is change. That it's how we evolve, thrive, and find our way into the future. Some think that change should be hard. That it means making uncomfortable compromises, living a less satisfying life. We believe that change should be easy, fun, delicious. A positive choice to be embraced and enjoyed. Change is what will bring us a brighter tomorrow, because we are more than a series of products. We are a movement of change. New possibilities to boring traditions. A challenger of conventional thinking and conventional farming. Looking forward with endless dedication. Where others see limitations, we see inspiration and a lot of green pastures. Where others focus on the negative, we believe in optimism with a dash of happiness. Where others hunt for profit,
I choose rich every fucking time.
we strive for balance. With innovation and imagination, we are revolutionizing the food industry, taking on the giants, punching above our weight, creating a better and more sustainable future, never forgetting who we are and who we want to become. We are building a different kind of company, fueling the flames of a cultural movement, creating a brand that matters to people and matters to the planet. Naturli, be the change.
Whoa. And change, you know what? Change should be tasty. Nobody will change their diet if it's not tasting really, really good. So that is what plant-based food for Naturli is all about. We are a mainstream food production company, and we are also a cross-category brand. We are a brand that you can navigate for when you enter a supermarket in 28 markets around the world. From New Zealand, Australia, Japan, South Korea to the UK, you can find us. And it's very, very nice also to be in Czech. And we are in meat-free, we are in dairy, we are in butter spreads, we are in condiments, we are in frozen pizza. We are also in chilled meat-free products. In Denmark, you will find our products in the meat aisle, and you will do also that in other markets. And that is actually key. That is the reason why Naturli is a success, that we embrace mainstream consumers, because we have our products in the mainstream aisles. We are not in a vegan niche chiller in the dark corner of the store. We want to be mainstream, very important. And change we need, and you know why? Because climate change is all over us, and we need to do something about it. Our world is changing. Less water, more heat, more disasters, more dry land. You all seen this during the summer. And that is, of course, not something that is very nice to talk about, but we need to talk about these things. And the easiest way for all you as individuals to change something to a more positive direction when it comes to climate change and CO2 emissions is actually through what you eat and drink during a day. Because plant-based is also climate friendly. So that is very important. And you know, this is not to shoot at the dairy or meat industry, but it is like this, that 70% of all cropland in the world is used to grow livestock. 50% of the world's crops are used to feed livestock. 46% of all water use goes to the production of milk and meat. And we have to look at this, because today we are 7.8 billion people on planet Earth, and we consume over 60 billion pieces of livestock every year. And I have no opinion on that. People can eat meat. I have to make plant-based products so good that you will leave meat and only eat plant-based. That is what my journey is all about. But we have to think about that in 2050, we will be 10.5 billion people on planet Earth. And we simply, if we continue to eat the way we do today, we won't have enough land. And that is unfixable. You can't just make give the earth vitamins and then it will grow bigger. It's impossible. We need to change what we eat and drink in a day, and it should of course be tasty, and of course it should come with a small brand called Naturli. So that's what it's all about. Let's take a closer look. Our dairy consumption. I'm on a very, very strict timeline here, and I can see I could talk for hours about this, and I only have 6.5 minutes left. Still a lot of slides to show you, so I'll speed up my talk a little bit. But just to give you an example, butter. The dairy old conventional butter, 1 kilo of butter has an emission of 14 kilos of CO2 per kilo product. If you make a plant-based vegan butter, like we have done in Naturli, you have a CO2 emission of 2.2 kilos per kilo product. So there's a lot of saving to do in just one product. And then if you think, he says vegan butter, it's not possible. It is possible. This product, we have done box pop all over the world, and I will show you one that we did in Berlin 3 weeks ago, where we just ask people on the street, what are you tasting here? We give them a little piece of bread with our vegan butter on it, and I will keep it as an appetizer for them to tell you how it tastes. But butter can be made from plants. Our spread and block are unique. They are winner of 7 international innovation awards since 2017 when we launched them. They are much lower in CO2 emissions. It's made from shea butter oil. Have you heard about shea butter oil? Normally it's something that is used in the cosmetic industry when you are 60 years old and want to look like a 40-year-old. You put it in your face. You can also spread this on your body. Nobody can see that I'm actually 65 years old. It's palm oil free, shea butter oil, palm oil free. It's made with rapeseed oil, coconut and almonds. It tastes exactly like butter. It melts down in your mouth. It releases a little bit of salt, and almond notes will tell your brain that you are in Butterland. We have butter down there. I also have samples with me, so if you want to taste the future of butter, just come and meet me after the presentation. Okay, here we took the electric car and went to Berlin, Alexanderplatz, and we asked people on the street, what are you tasting? And here's the verdict.
Das schmeckt nach mehr. Schmeckt aber sehr gut. Nicht so fette Butter. Butter.
Jetzt hat diesen unterliegenden Geschmack, Sorte Butter.
Aber wahrscheinlich ist es gar keine Butter.
Das ist gut für die Umwelt.
Ja, nicht schlecht.
Ja, das finde ich gut.
Hätte man wirklich nicht gedacht.
Sehr cool.
You can trick everybody with this product because it actually tastes like butter. And that is the key for all consumers' heart when it comes to plant-based. It has to taste good. It has to have the same functionality as the conventional products. And if you can bring better nutrition, that's also really, really good. I can say on these 2 products, the vegan butter, the content of saturated fat is only 2/3 of what it is in butter. Okay, let's go on. And actually, if you looked at the 15 most butter-consuming countries in the world, if you took that volume, that has an emission of 106 million tons of CO2. If you replaced all that with Naturli butter, it will only have a consumption of this, the emission. So we could save nearly 90 million tons of CO2 just by replacing one product. And it won't hurt you. It's not a sacrifice. It's 1-to-1. I would actually say it's better. So that is actually twice the CO2 emission from where I come from in Denmark. 2 years CO2 emission total for the country of Denmark we could save by replacing butter with Naturli vegan butter. Just saying. Okay, time is running up. Okay, milk. Which milk should I choose? Here you can say the emissions for CO2. We have the dairy milk on top. Then we have the plant-based milks. Land use, water use. Hey, we can save a lot going plant-based. So why not do that? Milk can be made from plants. And you know, most plant-based milks, it's like a rice milk, almond milk, soy milk, oat milk, a new thing. But single ingredient products. And us in the plant-based industry, we claim better sustainability. The dairy industry, they say, yeah, maybe sustainability, but what about the nutrition? It's much better on the cow milk. And we just thought in Naturli, what if we can clone these 2 things? If we can make a product that is both sustainability and nutritional, really good for you. Why not do that? We did it. It's called Do Not Call Me Milk. You know, because I will be arrested by the EU dairy police and handcuffed and sent to jail. So we did this. As you can see here, you can't tell what plant proteins we have used. And that is because this is like the butter. It's a blend of all the best plant proteins out there. This product is made with oat, almonds, soy and rice. It has no added sugar, no added vegetable oils. Everything comes from the plant proteins. It's powered with plant protein. It has 3.4 grams of protein. It has the same amount of calcium as you will find in dairy milk. It has all the vitamins, so you won't lack anything. And people even say that it tastes like the thing I can't call it. Okay? If you foam this for barista, I can tell you it foams like whole milk. The foam is so tight and it can stand there for an hour or two. So if you want real cappuccino, the Italian way, you go for Naturli, do not call me milk, okay? You need to list this. Okay, now we are really on the schedule. Okay, I have one more I want to take. The carbon footprint, again, much lower than milk. It's half of Danish semi-skimmed milk. We are almost at the end. I just wanted to show you this. We have 5 production facilities in Denmark, and we make the best plant-based ice cream on planet Earth. This is to crave for. You know, if you go Naturli plant-based ice cream, there's no turning back. It's so addictive. And then we of course have a community, the plant movement. You can find us on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, everywhere. I hope you will follow our journey. It's actually quite fun to be part of this plant movement because we actually hear what our consumers are saying. You know, that's the best way of doing development. Listen, what do the consumers crave for? They want good taste, and then they actually don't care if it's animal-based or plant-based. That's good. Let's start with taste. Okay, so let's be the change. And now I will finish with a small movie. It's very, very short. And then have your cameras ready, because on the final slide, I'll give you all the addresses to follow us on social media.
Okay,
Volume up.
here we go. This is for life. This is about more than just me. This is about all of us. Because let's face it, our world is changing. We want to do something about it by changing the way we eat and drink. Let's celebrate the food of the future. Make Earth cool again and inspire to make a difference. We're a growing force, and we would love for you to join us. Join us to make a change.
Did you say something?
Be the change. And please follow Naturli on Instagram, TikTok, and you can also follow me if you would like to do that. And, you know, it was actually a real tattoo. Because when you first joined the Naturli way, there's no turning back. Thank you very much for listening.
What a presentation, right?
Thank you very much.
Very
It
good.
was the 45 minutes presentation that I did in 17 minutes. No, 22 minutes.
So much energy.
Sorry.
Thanks a lot for that.
Thank
By
you.
the way, where did you get my shopping DVD list for the movies? It was actually
Fine.
many of my favorite movies.
Yeah. And I still use it because you know why? Because Leonardo, he never returned my emails, or when I phone him, he doesn't answer the phone. So I thought, okay, if he doesn't answer, I can use him. Yeah.
Loved it. Loved it. I have actually one more question regarding a thing that you mentioned. You want to be mainstream in the retail, in the supermarkets, on the shelves. How do you do that? How do you convince retailers to put you right next to the animal product?
That's a really good question, and I'm glad you asked me that question. It has, of course, something to be about the commercial stuff. That the DNA of our company is actually that we would like for retailers to put our products on the shelf to the same price level as the conventional food. It shouldn't be double up in price if you want to go plant-based and eat climate-friendly. So that has actually been the success factor in the 28 markets where we are now. And when you can deliver that to the retailers and they hear that you actually think you can sell as much butter as the conventional stuff, they say, okay, let's give peace a chance. And I can say, for instance, in Sainsbury's in the UK, this product, it sells 18 units per store per week. That is sensational. If you go into a bio store or a special health store in the UK, this is like putting on a record with Elvis Presley, because people are craving for this product. Actually, we needed to make a bigger top for Sainsbury's because they couldn't keep the stuff on the shelves. So it's all about going mainstream, being in the conventional, the mainstream aisle, being the new alternative next to butter. You know, in 3,200 Lidl stores in Germany, we are placed with the vegan block next to Magenbutter. We said, we think you should place it next to Magenbutter, and you know what? They did, and that's why it sells tremendously well. You have to look at this, when we look at Naturli, we just look at ourselves as a normal food production company. It's just about what we put into the machinery as the input, the output. It's not animal-based, it's plant-based. So that is actually, you know, and I think that is the way of the future. You don't have to do skyrocketing research to the moon and back to produce a good plant-based product. You know, in Denmark, if you can, what we thought about in 2017 was actually, why not just take the three things that Danes love the most? Minced beef, cow milk, and butter. If we can do these three products really convincing, taste-wise, that they are one-to-one, we can conquer Denmark and we can conquer the world. And that is the journey we're on right now.
Good luck with that. By the way, is the tattoo real?
It's real. Yeah, no going back. You'll get one.
Okay, thank you. Henrik, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for the presentation.
Yeah, thank you.